Hello, this is Chuck Zimmerheld for Giant Bomb, and I am joined today by Jeff Grubb.
Thank you, Chuck, for having me.
Absolutely. And Jan Ochoa. Can you do the...
Roger.
Actually, Jan, can you do the intro?
Okay. Hey, everybody. Chuck Zimmerheld here, checking out Star Wars Zero Company, but
right.
I have the best company,
shit.
myself included,
wow.
Chef Grubb and Jan Ochoa, and I'm a Thrawn, I think.
So Thrawn is a Chiss, and this is
Chiss,
not a
yeah.
Chiss. This is a Mirialan, I think.
Okay.
Which, definitively
Oh, right. They
not
got they have
Chiss.
they have the things on their face.
The face tattoos,
squares.
yeah.
Yeah.
They have the Evo symbols.
Man. Do you think there's any Star Wars species that do the haka? That'd be cool.
Oh, shit. That would be awesome. Actually,
They're just Samoans.
the indigenous people...
Samoans in space make so much sense to me.
The indigenous people of New Zealand actually are in space. They made it.
Yes, that
they left
makes
the rest
sense.
of us behind, yeah. So I'm playing my Marfaran, I think is the name of a space guitar that he's playing, which sounds it sounds nice. Gives you a little pastiche of a bass.
Yeah, they're going for the, hey, you live in Star Wars vibe, which I appreciate.
Yeah. So you play as Hawks. You don't get a choice. You are Hawks. You're
Okay, wait.
this
though.
person.
What's your first name? Because we all did it right. Mike. Everyone's first name was Mike, right?
I thought about
Mike
it.
Cox, that's good. No, I'm Chuck Hawks, actually. And actually, I gotta say, the name Chuck fits this guy. He's kind of
he's a
folksy,
Chuck.
you know?
Sure.
Not that I'm folksy at all, but he's got that
name
sort
Chuck
of vibe
is.
to him. You have this thing, this base, and there's our ship out there.
It's a docked old spaceship on the Ring of Kafrene, which is, as we all know from Star Wars. God, what's the one that takes place after? What's the one that Gary Whitta wrote?
Rogue One.
Rogue One,
Yeah,
a
that
Star
one.
Wars story. Yes,
This does have smacks of Rogue One for sure.
Yeah, I think they're trying to kind of establish that it's not like you're not playing as a Jedi, and that always kind of requires I think teams that are making video games based on Star Wars,
Right.
kind of establish but isn't the rest of Star Wars cool? Which the answer to that question is yes.
I do want to play a game with you guys. Are you ready?
I'd love to.
I want you to guess if a character is generated or authored. Ready?
Sure.
Say we make it up into the Lunata Citadel. Turn off the guns.
That looks like Red Dan Reichert.
Yeah, so generated.
That's generated. That's correct.
Redder Dan Reichert.
I already talked to this person, I guess. Authored or generated?
I'm gonna say generated.
I'm going to say generated.
Authored.
Really? Okay.
Authored.
Authored or generated?
This guy's authored.
Yeah, it's true. You already knew that.
Oh, yeah.
Authored or generated?
Generated.
Authored.
Really?
And that is a big thing to know about this game, is that half your team at all points will be authored characters, written characters with backstories, including this droid, actually, whose name I forget.
Chuck, can I ask why you think that's important?
Because with games like this, which I think is going for XCOM, sort of the emergent storytelling that comes from having a squad that can die, I think is very important. And this is lacking that. It's got some good characters. I like these characters, but it's missing some of the urgency that comes from having a team of, mortal recruits that can all die. Here's the recruitment panel, and I can refresh, go through as many of these jag-offs as I want, pick who I want. So let's actually hire someone. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Sure.
please. So wait, what you're saying, the authored characters can't die?
I don't think they can die. I also have not found the game to be difficult enough where I was ever in danger of one of them dying.
Right,
Someone's too smart here.
Well,
I mean, because they start off the whole game with the whole 3 injuries and you're out thing. But and that they did that with one of the named characters. So I assumed any character could die.
maybe we should experiment with that during this quick.
That's
look.
a good
Maybe we
idea.
can
That's a good
try and
idea.
get
Maybe
one
we try and
killed.
let someone die. Yeah.
I'll find the one I like the least, and I'll try to get them killed.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, we have to
Don't
make
do
sure
the
it's
blue
not a
one.
mission where it says they can't die, or
Wait,
else you fail.
is that a Space Samoan?
I like him. You guys want this one?
I do.
Okay, so let's recruit him. The cost goes up as you get more people. So he's like a scoundrel archetype. And let's talk about personnel. So Here he is. He's beautiful. I do like him quite a bit.
Yeah, this is my dude.
Yeah. You can go to his focus tree. So he's got a talent he starts with. He's a saboteur. Don't worry, there's no special DLC to have a saboteur in this game. Speaking of EA, he's also a scoundrel. Scoundrels are good at opening up enemies to crits, and they're good at assisting other players and taking people down, right? Later in the game, you unlock a secondary specialization. You can pick this for people. So let's see. Scoundrel, I like to pair with Recon is a good one, or Sharpshooter. Recon is like nice because it does similar things to a Scoundrel where you're trying to get advantage and open up an enemy to being attacked by one of your team members. Sharpshooter's cool because if my guy's like meant to be assisting a lot or doing like Overwatch, then Sharpshooter's really good because that improves your range. There's like different passives with every class. Let's go with Sharpshooter. He's already using a long arm, which is like a sniper rifle. Oh, wow. So this generated character, man, I bet I can't change his class. Oh, I could just change everything about him. Actually, it doesn't matter. Who cares? I'm actually going to make him a soldier and a gunslinger. There you go. Completely change him. Doesn't matter. That bothers me a little bit as sort of
again, why? Because I'm not following so much. Like,
because
I don't.
It's like asking no investment. Like this generated character, I can just make them whatever I want.
Okay, so you kind of have to go with the flow and kind of roll the game rolls the dice and you have to live with those choices and you like that.
I do. And you can really change a lot about these characters too. Like I'm going to change their name and background, which I do like that because I can do things like, Jan Ochoa. Oops. Shit.
I see where you're coming from, Chuck, where you're bothered that you because every person you can recruit, you can change pretty much almost any and everything about them, like the class and like their appearance and everything.
I can make them a different kind of alien.
So it does kind of remove the what's the point of recruiting or having these randomly generated characters as you get them? Exactly.
And it's not even, it's like they have a whole personality. There's like these preset personalities, like the Gunny is one. They're kind of like a hardcore soldier. It's seen a lot of shit. It's like, oh, but what if they're completely different actually? So let's make them the wild card instead. So completely different personality and voice, I think. Yep.
Would you look at that?
That's just a very baffling choice to me. I do like this kind of stuff where you can go tweak there.
Right, you're an antenna guy.
If it was keeping it to like the specific type of alien or maybe just cosmetically changing some stuff, would you feel a little bit different, Chuck?
I would. I'm more like annoyed about the personality stuff and the classes being so malleable that they don't matter. That bugs me a good bit. Coming from, I don't know. I'm more of a purist about that kind of stuff when I play like a newer XCOM game. That's what I want.
Yeah. So to me, it's like this just screams like it's a Star Wars game first. It is like Star Wars Jedi Order. Think about that, right? That is a Souls-like, right? It's not. It borrows the parts of Souls-likes it needs to then complete a compelling Star Wars experience. And I think a lot of these choices scream to me, a lot of Star Wars fans are going to come play this game one time, and they're going to want to have the experience they want to have. They want to do their Star Wars fantasy, and that's what they're trying to deliver here. The pure XCOM sort of experience is something that is going to be greatly diminished and not necessarily what anyone should come to this game for.
Yeah, I think that's a good read on it.
I think some Star Wars fans, I don't want to generalize here.
Generalize away, they're not here.
Yeah.
They really, really like what they really, really like and want to engage with the franchise. So I could see someone getting bent out of shape and only wanting a squad full of Togruta or something, or like they just want all droids plus Hawks over here.
To kill him.
And I guess that's where maybe the flexibility has been implemented.
With known ties to the
Yeah, I think that's actually there's an achievement for completing a mission with 4 droids. Funny enough.
Pikes.
Hell yeah, really?
Yeah. The droids are a bummer too. Sorry, I'm sounding like a broken record here, but there's one kind of droid so far. I'm 20 hours into this game. You can get a astromech droid. They don't come with different like basic archetypes. They're the same archetype. They have like a personality, but I haven't noticed it doing anything. So that's been a little confusing. We're going to change. So we want to get someone killed, right?
I like
Kill
my
Cab.
droid.
Kill Cab. I love Cab.
Kill who?
Cab. Go back.
Yeah. People need to see Cabby. Cabby's great.
Oh, Cabby. I do love Cabby. Yeah.
Coolest
So he's like
name
a scoundrel.
ever. Yeah.
He's like an ex-boxer that's become part of like Zero Company.
Right.
I think
What species is he?
I don't know.
Nobody knows. It's not
I think
important.
he's like, Jan, you watch Andor, right?
Yeah.
You know those two guys that were fishing when they escaped the prison? Is he one of those guys? He kind of talks
might
like
be.
them.
He does talk like them. I think he might be.
Yeah, I think he might be.
I like this quick draw ability. I'm going to spec him really quickly so we can get into the mission. All right. Cool.
Honestly,
That's set.
I don't
Also,
really know
that's
what's going
another
on with
thing.
this one.
So lack of investment.
plays it pretty
I
good.
just spec'd him into that. I can completely wipe it and redo it on the fly. On the one hand, it's like there's flexibility there that lets you change for a mission. But also, if you have these operators that can die, it's like, what's the point? I could just trade this guy out and the next one will come with like an equal amount
Honestly,
of those focus
I don't
points.
really know what's going on
Yeah.
with this one.
Would you have preferred for more of like a
Plays it pretty
tailored
close to the vest.
like experience when it comes to the squad mates, or focusing less on like the permadeath aspect?
Yeah, pick a lane is what I would say. Like, if you're
Yeah.
gonna do the author, they actually have great authored characters in this game. If you're gonna do that, just give me all of that. Just do that, or do XCOM. It's like they're trying to please.
There's enough
two
authored
different kinds of
characters.
gamers.
Authored characters you could just play with authored characters the
That's
whole
true.
time,
That's
right?
true. And actually, I think that's the best way to play this game
I
because
think
they're
that's how most people are going to play the game.
they're
Yeah.
just better in combat too.
Why you are
I think yeah, you're right. They're offering two lanes.
numbered. But needless bloodshed profits no one.
While this is going on, I do want to say I'm playing on a 3080 Ti and a fairly new AMD CPU. So like,
Walk away now.
I'm running this on Ultra on 1440p. It's been running pretty well. There are graphical issues and bugs unrelated to like hitting the limits of my
It's a
hardware.
little undercooked is kind of how I'm feeling about it.
You are Cly Calervo.
Like it looks when it looks good, it looks great.
You hunt
Yeah.
your own kind.
Then you know there aren't enough credits in
Fly
all
is
the
very
fish
cool.
holes in Obadiah to
Listen,
make me walk away
I've always
without
been a
bloodshed.
Mandalorian sicko
I heard about what
before
you did to the others.
Mando and Grogu,
Idra,
just because they're
letting
sick
the
as hell.
Pikes fight your battles.
I mean, the design
I
is
have a different
yes,
life
unparalleled.
A life you bought with the blood of our clan.
The authored
won't
characters also
pretend
have
we
their
were
own
friends.
story missions,
I know
like a
you
series
never
of those.
trusted me.
That have an ending. So
But
you'll
trust
want to
this.
like complete all of those. I do
am
think it has a
truly
bearing on the end of the
sorry for
game.
what I
I'm
did.
obviously not there yet.
I believe you.
So I've been
But
making sure to
nothing can
prioritize
change
their
what
missions
happens
and their
next.
influence operations when they come up.
Same old Calervo.
I like their missions too, at least
You
what
know,
I've done so
people said
far.
You lost your mind after what happened, but I know the truth.
Like this is fun. Clyde's sort of like on a
You
mission
were
for
a bit
revenge
cracked,
against
weren't you? Always
her
liked
old,
to hunt a little too much.
her old clan or whatever.
Let me guess.
Part of
You're
my
a single
chagrin
combat,
here is I
some
come from
other
a
hand to
tabletop role-playing game ass background.
Crazy?
Mhm.
So when the game is like failing me on those aspects, that's when I get like really frustrated. And I gotta say, like, whoever developed the combat here, Bit Reactor, right? They have a tabletop role-playing game sensibility. So
Liked you, Calervo.
this system of you've got 3 action points, and what those are fast actions. It could be 3 separate fast actions, or it could be a combination of fast actions and normal actions, or like a slow action. And so Cly, for example, has blaster pistols, and she can fire those 3 times because those are fast actions to fire those. Every round, someone's going to get this ability to call for backup. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick our boy, Cab Uppercut, because he's a scoundrel and he gets benefits to providing that backup. Let's see if we can get a quick shot on somebody. Okay, hit him. Cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's really good
wow.
at providing those assists.
Let's
and the
go,
assists
Cab.
don't use up action points either, so you always want to use those. So because we both hit him, we each gained 1 advantage. So when I hit him and then when Cab hit him, which is great. That gave me my combat jump because this costs 2 advantage. So there's like 2 resources here you're really dealing with. It's the action points on the individual characters and then the advantage. So I'm going to hit this. And then you kind of want to position this right because you can like knock them.
Yeah, you can hit it. You can get 2, yes.
Let's see if I can make them both hit walls.
Yeah, this is it right here. Perfect.
And I have like a special perk that lights them on fire when I land. She also has, I think, the most overpowered ability in the game. So these electroweb darts and this electroweb surge. So you can like fire these darts at everybody in an area and then fire off this ability. This will trigger every dart that she sent, and then it will stack damage in like overlapping circles.
Oh, that does rule. And also, like, as you're hovering over those, people could see on the bottom left like how much advantage it requires to activate those. So just to keep an eye on like that resources he was talking about.
So I've gained 2 advantage. I am out of advantage points. But that's why I have this guy, my main character Hawk, spec'd out with combat recon. Combat recon, if I do this, everyone in the circle when I use this, when I scope out combat, is going to give me 1 advantage. So that's 4 advantage right there. So 1 action point for 4 advantage is great. There's things I really like about this game. It's this kind of shit. Like, there's tons of options here.
I mean, this has been, yes, this is what I was like really excited about, was just a strong combat system, and I have been loving it.
I think this is just like a personal qualm with a lot of these styles of games, and this extends to something like Fire Emblem as well. I always wind up enjoying the side characters more than the actual like protagonist character they place you with, because I don't know, in the early bits of the game playing this, the main character Hawks kind of feels like a goober.
Yeah.
While everyone else, like, it just has a little bit more personality. And I know he's supposed to be the analog for the player and everything, but I don't know. Right. If they're going to force you to be a specific named character, I just make me cool.
Yeah, give it a little bit more going on for sure.
Okay, so I've stacked darts on this guy, this guy, this guy. I'm going to trigger it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty
that
rules. Pretty strong. So I can usually clean up a fight with just Cly. Like, especially if the enemies group up like idiots, I will just take care of that. There is Overwatch, like a good XCOM game should have. So I'll take, I almost want, Idris gonna do more damage, I bet, because he's the objective.
On watch.
And the CPU will behave differently if they're under Overwatch. So what I bet's gonna happen is, because I've Overwatched him, one of these guys is gonna try and take a shot at me to cancel my Overwatch.
Yep.
So in that case, let's put one of them under Overwatch. Oh yeah, Jan Ochoa. I forgot we named you.
And Overwatch is like it should be, is your last action, locks you in, so it uses all your action points.
I think they actually changed that during the review period, because I was able to go into Overwatch and then someone else could give my character an action point and then he would be able to do something else.
Oh, interesting.
But it felt bad, like it was wasting action points essentially.
Chuck, don't forget, we're trying to kill one of the characters as well.
Sorry, I just like being good at this game and enjoying it, you know, and I was getting distracted.
Send him in there, yeah.
This is definitely my kind of game, my kind of combat. If I had to critique,
put everyone else in cover.
In cover? Oh yeah, just like, let's do this. She can jump really far.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And also, I'm trying to be careful not to show a character that isn't like on the box. You know, like all these characters that we have with us or that I've talked to in the ship, those are all.
Yeah, don't spoil that Darth Vader can be on your team.
They're all on the game's poster or whatever. So I guess we're just wasting. We're just gonna let him feed him to the wolves.
Yeah.
All right, Cappy. We'll have to res him after he goes down and then get him killed again. Okay.
And then again, I think, right? Isn't it 3 times?
I thought it was just 2. Oh.
Okay. Well.
Okay, Jan. So they're going to do
Jan.
Anyway. Ow.
Well, Jan's not a name character. We want to see what happened to a name character. That's right.
And you can't change what's coming.
What do I do here? I just want.
Well,
let's see what happens to both. Let's get them both killed. We're just gonna hide.
we don't res them, do they just sit there to the end of the match?
I've seen like enemies take shots at downed characters, but it doesn't seem to do anything that I can tell. I'm gonna res him because I do want to get Jan killed. I think that's funny.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time you do that.
They're still gonna try and prioritize killing me. So maybe what I do about that is I overwatch the characters I want to leave alone. It's not a bad idea. I do like Cabby. He has like Cockney rhyming slang. It's like a very funny idea for an alien because it's not exactly. He's like speaking like broken grammar, but it's also rhyming slang. It's very funny.
Yeah, what's he say when he does his uppercut?
Cabby uppy or something like that.
Yeah. Cabby uppy uppercutty.
Yeah.
It's too beefy. It's the problem.
Still going after me, huh? Oh, there we go. Rip.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, so I think it is 3 downs. Wow. So Cabby, why don't you go?
So then, yeah, are there difficulty options? When I started the game, I can't remember.
Yeah, easy, normal, and hard. I'm playing on normal.
Yeah.
Cabby, thank you.
Cabby, thank you. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I like
He
him.
might
I like
be
him a ton.
The only, crew member that actually speaks sort of like an alien.
Sure. Yeah, there's not a lot of
Ready.
like Hutties or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
You do interact with a Hut, and they do speak Hutties, but that outside of that, I'm trying to like hard to think of a character that you do that with, and that's kind of it. There's no alien talk in this game.
You just want to recruit a whole team of Wattos, is what you're saying.
I want a bunch of freaks. Okay, is Jan dead? Jan has died.
Great.
Wonderful.
For Verminoth.
That was cool.
Nicely done.
Was cool.
It's nothing.
When you Overwatch, if you spend 3 action points Overwatching, they will be able to do 3 shots in Overwatch. Well, she can't because she has a blaster pistol. I don't know how that works with a... Wow, Jan's dead. That's so sad. Where's his body?
That's Cabby's
Gone?
standing
Oh,
over
he's
it.
standing. He's sitting on top. That's awesome. Okay, let's get right in his face. We're just dicking around.
We're experimenting here.
Yeah, can you gyrate? Can you make him gyrate at him to taunt him?
Gyrate? There is a taunt ability. I didn't bring a character that can
there
do
is
that.
a taunt.
I
Yeah.
do really like the taunt. Trick, one of the characters, is excellent.
I like Trick.
Yeah.
Yep, me
Whoop
too.
that Trick.
I should
like his,
say this as well
missions.
in regards to Trick. This is a heavily Clone Wars influenced game. And I don't mean Clone Wars like Attack of the Clones. I mean the TV show Clone Wars.
Yeah, it's from that time. Yeah.
I think a lot of Star Wars media is getting put into this time period of just because of how popular it's been.
Yeah.
With
It's also like the people in charge, like we understand Clone Wars. That's the show we made. So like, yeah, we can help you make sure that your stuff is all in line with our stuff. I think it just is easier.
Dave Filoni, the current new person in charge of Star Wars, I don't think would have had anything much to do with the development of this game. Maybe he did, but
I mean, just in terms of like that whole team of people run Star Wars, and Star Wars is notorious for requiring a ton of approval for every decision made for the video games.
Do y'all think some like a casual Star Wars fan would enjoy this enough? This is very, very systems heavy.
So I think this is exactly who it's for. I think it's for that kind of fan that was like wants a different kind of Star Wars game, but doesn't want to be too overwhelmed. To me, this is a pretty like lightweight version one of these, and people can have their experience. It's not a game that they are going to imagine, I'm going to replay this over and over and over again and have all these different emergent experiences. I think absolutely it's going to work for that audience.
I hesitate to give the same recommendation at 20 hours in because the combat does get complicated and overcomplicated. This is a very simple fight, and the reason is because these enemies are very basic. They aren't doing a lot. The main enemy you face for like the first half of the game, I think I'm halfway through, they do this thing called resonance where they buff each other whenever they get hit or downed. That will stack things on each other, so like it'll give enemies the ability to regenerate or do like vengeance abilities where they try to shoot you after you've hit them, and it makes the turns get really long. Oh no, Cly's down. Makes the turns get really long, and it can get like really tricky to try and manage like, okay, who's buffing who do I take out? They start layering stuff, but instead of like feeling more complex and satisfying, it gets clunky, unfortunately. We need to put Cab in danger because, right, we're trying to get him killed. Make Hawks run away. All right, let's see if it happens. I want that magic, that sweet death. Come on, get him. Yes. One more shot, come on.
I
No!
think Hawks might get... Okay.
Nope. What is it? Three? Was it 3 downs or how did it work?
He only...
It's 3 downs.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get someone to die.
Yep.
I'd beg to differ.
Look, you were expendable. All right, let's get this up.
Obliged.
And then I want to sit Cabby right in the center. Make him a real appetizing meal.
Yeah, just a meaty target.
Serve him on a platter.
There we go.
Jeez.
I do like the way melee's mixed in to the combat. Gives you like very good reasons to have characters in melee sometimes, or treat melee characters differently. Like overwatching a melee character is way more useful than a ranged character, which makes sense. They'll try to immediately move in on you and get a hit in. I want to get these people out of danger.
Let's do this.
And then after we see if Cabby can get killed, I do want to load a different mission.
Sure.
Because I do want to showcase some of like the best stuff that this game is doing.
Yeah, there's 2 things I want
I won't fall
to,
here.
I guess, talk about or show off as well.
He died!
Where did you find these?
Yeah, he died.
Lie down.
Wow.
Well, goodbye.
He has like
You're about to
story
die.
stuff he does. That's crazy. Okay, I guess
I'm
that's
assuming
good.
There's permadeath. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming it just, shuts off that whole branch.
Yep.
Which is crazy because like there's certain characters that are important for the main campaign. So now I'm curious, like what happens if you kill some of them off? There's this character Jay. She's like a mining baroness. And like some of the missions go directly through the stuff going on in her life. So now I'm curious, like what would happen there?
I feel like there's, just all alternate paths and branches to accommodate. I think that's probably why they give you a couple of authored characters. So if you wind up killing off most of them, I think you're probably going to lose out on those like tailored missions we were just talking about.
Right.
Let's see. Can I restart this mission? I want to see the cutscenes.
One of the things I'm not the biggest fan of, and it doesn't happen a lot. It's just like the kind of roaming around a level to get to encounter.
That's funny. I kind of liked it.
I want to make a splash on their sensors.
It definitely is another one of those things, though, where they're trying to give people who might not be used to this genre something to feel like they have direct control over of.
Right. I wanted to show you guys this because I think this is the best like Star Wars feeling thing that I experienced in the game so far. This was like 19 hours in, I think.
Activating thermal shield.
That droid's awesome. Can't play as him, but he's awesome. So we're trying to retake this this planet back for one of my crew members.
Temperature's rising fast. How we looking?
Shields holding.
Smooth sailing.
Smooth as molten rock.
It was this mission that like made me warm up to the game and the story a little bit more. I was like, oh, okay. We're doing some
because of the
Star
lava
Wars stuff. Yeah, the lava. That's right.
All right, nearing the drop-off.
We'll be ready. Good luck, you two.
You need it more than we do.
True. Unlike
I've gotten really
heroes,
used to my
I'm
character being
rated for
blue.
extreme
I've like
heat.
started really liking it
There's a weight
because he
off
felt
my
alien, sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah, like your character's look.
I picked the Darth Maul race.
Yeah.
I like the horns.
So this is what you were talking about, walking around on a level. So I've landed the back entrance of this mining planet.
Copy that. Let's move.
And it's important actually to look around, poke around, and some people might be annoyed by this, but you'll find a little thing like this. You want to examine everything in your environment when walk around because you'll get advantage or intel.
Intel, another currency you can spend on a different sort of game mechanic.
Yep, influence operations.
Yep.
Now that's a drill.
Impressive.
Shut up.
He kind of grew on me, the main character. I do kind of like him. He's sort of Matthew McConaughey, now that I think about it.
We gotta call that lift.
Sure. Oh, I have a Jedi, by the way.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. No one could have guessed
you
you'd
do.
get a Jedi in a Star Wars game.
I know, right?
Okay. These are the enemy that piss me off. They will make turns go on forever. And hopefully they patch this or fix this, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So let's do my trick. They're all stacked up just how I like. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can almost get that guy. Ooh.
Oh.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 act like advantage points, which is awesome. So of course I'm going to do this. My favorite fights in this game are actually with the droids.
No need for that.
Yes, the droid army.
Because you just do.
They just melt, yeah.
Which feels appropriate. That's a gunslinger ability I just used. Quick draw. If you kill someone in one shot with this, or get a last hit with it, it does not cost you an action point.
Yeah, that's the stuff I really like. With Cabby, I got one of the first upgrades I picked was if you kill someone with his melee attack, he gets all his action points back. So I'll just use up everything and make sure that, you know, I'm ready to kill someone with that thing and then run him in there. And then I get all the action points back. And then we just kind of start the process over. It's great.
Yep. Of course, I'm doing my classic Cly move here.
I think I enjoy where the tactics genre has evolved into over the years. And I think I may be spoiled with how fast some indie tactics games have been. Like, I think a lot about Tactical Breach Wizards. Similar-ish game, except it's less of an XCOM, more of like a very heavy on the tiles. But I just think about how speedy and zippy that game is. And
or like Into the Breach, right, where it's like 5 turns and you're out.
And then it's not like a big criticism or like something that's I find like egregious about this game, but folks, buckle up because you will spend a lot of time in submissions.
But just like you have to like get your characters across a map sometimes, where it's like, hey, you're over here. The evac point is over there, so the next several turns are going to be just traveling across the map. Yeah, that's something that I don't know, it's a little bit burdensome for this genre.
We should point out I'm still on the first turn.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a Jedi
like
action real quick. Okay. Camera was messed up there for a little bit.
I think folks should just be wary that the first couple missions in this game are just super duper heavy tutorials to get you used to the mechanics and everything. And I feel like it will probably take a little bit longer than you think for the training wheels to come off.
Man, playing Fire Emblem right now, 40 hours in, baby. There's still tutorials. It's
oh, I'm sure.
It's crazy.
So we're doing some of that resonance stuff I was talking about with enemies. These really slow animations where they're buffing each other.
So yeah, this is the issue with this game for me. What's the fast forward button, Chuck?
You know, I don't see one, Jeff Grubb.
Yeah, what the hell? What are you talking about?
That
Yeah,
enemy
come
just
on.
healed half his health. Awesome. So what I'm going to do, since a lot of those enemies are on a last hit, let's see if I can give... The droid is kind of cool. It's like a pure support unit. You can throw grenades with the droid, which is great. But what I like to do is throw action points around to my high-value characters. Then do last hit on some vulnerable enemies.
Target locked.
This game does have like good synergy between units, and that's like one of like my favorite things.
Oh, hit the wrong one.
Quick on the draw.
Fucked up, Chuck.
Oh well, I could just give her another action point.
Thank you.
I can't think of a reason you'd want to play this game with one of the generated characters.
I mean, the reason is going to be like, that is for the Star Wars fan psychos who are going to have their Twitch stream and they're like, all right, let's go and make the dream alien team of all these species that I love talking about from my stories or whatever.
It's all rodents.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's going to be people that want to do something like that. The vast majority of people are just going to play with these named characters.
Yeah, I feel like people will use the generated characters, send them off to the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood style missions.
Yeah.
Try to think. So if I do this, I'm kind of leaving Cly out in the open to be attacked. Well, that's funny. Hit a droid. The time period we're in, like we mentioned earlier, is sort of that Clone Wars era. It's like right before and during the third movie, like episode 3 is what I would say. So that's a melee character. I don't want to play with him. And then let's use Overwatch. I like the sharpshooter archetype because you can get these really long Overwatch windows.
Oh yeah, look at that. 75% accuracy.
Really nice.
Halfway across the map.
Turn 1, done.
I'm kind of like avoiding the objective right now, which is I need to go to that console and activate something, because as soon as you do things like that, generally more enemies will show up immediately.
Yeah, you kind of clean up the space and then you do the... Yeah, totally. That's the move.
Yeah, first turn is cleanup, maintenance.
Yeah, we're finally on the first enemy turn.
Oh, actually, there is a thing that bothers me about this game.
What's that?
In the early beginnings, everyone is a little too cool and liberal with the use of the word clanker.
Oh, you know what? This is the time where I realized, like, I heard them say clinker in this game, and then I heard a kid on like TikTok say clanker. I'm like, oh, they shouldn't be saying that. I'm like, wait, and then I'm like, wait, that's not a real swear word. What am I doing?
It's a slur for robots. I love that.
Me too.
I think that is awesome.
They do have their swear words though. Criff. There's a lot of criff instead of shit.
The main character says, "Skang, I'm on a roll today." I'm like, I don't know what you're saying.
Well, I like that though.
Yeah, I do kind of like it. I can almost do the missions by yourself. Like she's pretty strong.
She lives up to being a Mandalorian and them being fairly super cool.
That's true.
The movies.
My Padawan Jedi over there, good, a little underpowered, but like very situational. In the right situation, she's a beast.
Jedi are the problem.
Yeah,
I mean, we're all saying it. They do. I think they do a really good job with the camera. Sometimes they do a really good job with like the themes of the prequel trilogy around the Separatists and the Republic and the problems that the Republic has. Like, why would a planet want to secede from the Republic? And they do a really good job with that. One of the, like, there's a few characters in your squad and on your ship that are Separatist leaning, but they have good reason to be supporting a Republic operation. We're sort of in the story after a particular villain that is Separatist aligned. So everyone's kind of like, okay, we'll put aside our differences about the Civil War or whatever in the interests of taking down this baddie.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, it's most of the characters' motivations are not as simple as, well, I'm a Separatist. Everyone's got their personal motivations, it seems like, for the most part. And then those, line up one way or another with the various factions, and everyone kind of feels like, well, we're at the whims of this war that's happening between these two idiotic sides. We're just trying to get by, which to me, just trying to get by is Star Wars. That is the most like Star Wars-ass thing. So early on, I've been pretty happy with the tone the game's setting on that front.
Yeah, they make Zero Company feel like a group of scoundrels.
Yes.
Yeah. A group of just people trying to live. Yeah, that's
kind of
Star
like
Wars.
screw-ups that need a job and some credits and are making it work.
Wow, just like us.
That's right. Ooh, can I throw my lightsaber? Let's see that. It's sick as hell.
Oh, dope.
That is pretty cool.
I like this character.
Maybe this
quite a
is
bit.
because I try and stay up to date with all of the modern Star Wars Hell yeah. Content coming out.
Finish this.
But I'm after Andor being perhaps some of the best Star Wars media ever, I'm kind of sick of this time period.
That's fair.
Yeah. I'm not sure if where they would go else. Otherwise, maybe between the original movie and the sequels, but that stuff is gonna have to be sort of charted out by the movies first, and they don't really know what they're doing. So,
I was thinking about this more as I was playing through this game, where I want the trappings of Star Wars, but in a completely I don't want to be able to place this in between movies.
Yeah, like an Old Republic or something.
Weird. That's such a unique idea, Jeff Grubb. What if more games were in the Old Republic?
It's not possible.
I know.
And then I was thinking, man, I can't go play Star Wars The Old Republic 1 or 2 because of a silly, goofy idea I said that kind of locks me into playing it on the website.
That's right.
Let's do...
I do like this
Goddamn
backup
right.
mechanic.
The what mechanic?
The backup mechanic.
They're just sending in extra enemies
too,
and stuff.
yeah.
I think it's usually deployed in the right time of the match. It doesn't feel like I'm ever being overwhelmed by that necessarily. It's oh yeah, this is starting to get a little bit easy. Let's give me some more stuff to shoot.
I think Jan meant the the assist backup mechanic.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
my bad.
That's cool.
I also like
I'm dead in
enemies
this game.
reinforcing. It's fun when your allies will reinforce you on certain missions. That feels really fun. I got really annoyed by this one mission with these the most boring looking characters I've ever seen. I was like, why? These are the aliens you chose? Why? These are some 80s Star Trek, we just had makeup lying around and made it work kind of looking people. I was like, oh, it's because they're from the Clone Wars TV show. It's fan service. Got it.
Yeah. I mean, bad makeup and bad rubber suits. I still like that too.
Yeah.
They're these, they're called Umbarans from Umbra. Do you get it? Shadow?
Yes.
People. And they huff gas. They huff combat gas.
I mean,
there's wouldn't.
People on all sides that
Welcome
do
if you
that.
got 'em.
It's, yeah.
The kids love huffing combat gas these days.
I mean, one of my heroes in Star Wars absolutely huffs gas. What's his name? God damn it.
Bogarlet!
Yeah. Fucking goddamn. What's his name, Jay?
Saw Gerrera.
Saw Gerrera, yeah.
Fascists, Federalists.
The best character in Star Wars, actually.
I forgot about that.
I would pay so much money. So much money for an Andor-like series of just Saw Gerrera doing galactic terrorism.
Uh-huh.
I just want him naming political parties back to back to back for 30 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Zoran, Mom, Daddy, Libertarian.
Put us in front.
Partisan. That's a wheezy boy. So one thing I would recommend to people playing this game is when you see the ability to gain more movement for a character, do it. Always. So
yeah, a meter goes a long way.
Yeah. As a Jedi, being able to zip across the map like this, very nice. You can get it way farther than this. When you level up the bond between characters, so when they assist each other, when they go on missions together, they are going to level up their bond with one another. When you level up that bond, you get an opportunity to bump different stats. So it might be their critical chance, ranged attack chance. You can get first movement. So that's the first time they move on any combat. I highly recommend grabbing those whenever you can. It just makes you able to maneuver around the enemy way better.
Eyes on them.
All right.
Chuck, other in your time with the game, since you've been playing longer than I have, there's no dating equivalent in this game, is there?
No, brother, I wish. No, there isn't. No, I think that would be really fun, or even the other characters kind of linking up would be really interesting. I like that in games. I'll freely admit that. And I love stuff like Knights of the Republic and BioWare titles, old ones that did that stuff. But no, none of that here as far as I can see.
I'm okay with that in this game specifically because there's a lot of stuff happening here constantly with all the different systems. And the bond thing, like you mentioned, after a while, I would just stick with the same characters that I liked because I wouldn't be incentivized to throw someone else in because they're not going to synergize well with other people or as efficiently with other people. I can't help but think of Midnight Suns, Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Definitely.
And think, man, it should have just been an XCOM.
Yeah.
Like a straight up XCOM.
Yeah, it should have been.
Should I play that?
Yeah, it's a good game.
It's a good game. Based off of like your reception to this, I think these systems in Midnight Suns would frustrate you more.
That makes sense.
You cannot evade justice.
I know I'm being a little bit of a purist weenie about it.
I mean, there's definitely people who are going to... I mean, one of the pitches here is from people who worked on XCOM, so that's got to be spoken to.
Yeah.
And all I'm
Grubb,
speaking...
what's your history with XCOM?
I love XCOM, the newer ones. I never played much XCOM 2, which I know is a true fan favorite. I know the XCOM fans really like that one, and I should play more of it. But that first sort of reimagining of XCOM, I played a ton of that. I think it was one of my games of the year, maybe my game of the year that year. It was, I loved it. But it's not one of my franchises where I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about XCOM all the time, and every game needs to be XCOM. So yeah, when I'm going into this, I'm not like thinking, I'm not really comparing it 1-to-1 to XCOM. Just like, what parts are they going to use to do the game, really kind of service the parts they're trying to go for? And so far, I've had that, but I'm like 5 hours in. So
I played UFO Defense, like the first one, for my my personal streams.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that's a hard game.
Yes, definitely.
I was kind of surprised. In hindsight, don't know why I was surprised, but
right, that's like one of the things people say about that game. Yep.
Yeah, that's a true purist experience where everything is deadly. It's a pure like defense simulation. Like you are in charge of defending the Earth. That is your job. The aliens are not going to stop. They are like one of the random events in UFO Defense is like basically terrorizing a city, doing terrorist shit. Like the aliens just come down and are like laying waste to civilians and stuff. It's a very intense game. I was not good at it, but I plan on returning to it at some point. Oh, I want to show you guys this. Let's see.
Yeah, someone else died in your playthrough, huh?
Yeah, I named all my characters in UFO Defense after you guys, and you all died.
Oh, what the hell?
So this is cool. This is Noble Stance. So more prepared now to deflect blaster bolts back at enemies.
Oh, okay, I was wondering.
Yeah, and she gets these like here. Actually, there's a tactical view. This is really useful. She gets harmony stacks. Where? I wish I could see the stacks here. Can't. Let's see. Harmony stacks are what helps with deflection and lightsaber attacks. The more you have of those, the better at deflecting she is. So enemies will be shooting at her even when you're not in noble stance and will miss quite often for that reason, which is very fun. Let's go up here and then give Cly another point.
Harmony Stacks is one of my favorite adult film stars.
That's
Damn it.
Jesus Grubb.
Damn it. Wow, same brain sometimes. It's kind of scary.
Oh dang, I didn't realize how hurt Cly was. Pussy, didn't mean to do that. Let's do this.
I hope this game is received well and does well to warrant eventually getting a sequel, because I was saying this when Sean and I were looking at Beast of Reincarnation, but I like a lot of the stuff I'm seeing and engaging with, and I would just want a little bit of that to be improved where in a sequel, because I just want to play as a bunch of Star Wars freaks.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the likely scenario here is I bet they update the hell out of this game.
Yes.
I bet this game a year from now is going to have so many things that we did not talk about in this quick look, and so many refinements and so many changes that it will be somewhat unrecognizable to fans of the game a year from now.
I think if they do the work and put in some of those like purist modes where like you're just trying to influence the war between the Republic and the Separatists, like that is like, if that's just the thing you can do, that kind of like drops some of the story elements in favor of that, and you can do like a true generated randomized experience, I would go wild for that. I think that'd be a really great option. And then just improving some of the combat jank is what I would call it, where these combats get overlong because of how long the animations take, or just adding options to improve that stuff. I think that would go a really long way. I keep thinking about that. It's
that's going to be in the first month, right? I mean, I just can't imagine. Like, the feedback on this game is going to be so much about that. And in the first month, I bet they have fast forward and skipping stuff and reducing animations, and a bunch of those options will be in the game.
It's a gorgeous looking game. Like when it's in motion, when it's like playing well, like, oh my God, I love looking at it. Like the lightsabers, they got exactly right. It has made me crave a Knights of the Old Republic so bad. Like I miss that game.
HDR on the on going to like light speed is really, really good.
Oh yeah, I gotta say, I don't know if I mentioned at the top, but the HDR is fantastic in this game. I have a Samsung Odyssey monitor. I have one of those curved monitors like a loser, and really the HDR looks fantastic on this thing. Did turn it off for recording the quick look.
Smart boy.
I think they did an update yesterday because it honestly is playing a lot better. Like I'm not having as many like the graphical. Oh, they're in Overwatch. Yeah, that's right. All of those hitches are not happening. Some of them sometimes. The camera still doesn't behave the way I want, of course. But
yeah, I had some trouble with getting used to the camera as well.
Right. You can't can you change the pitch of the camera? Like, you can only sort of zoom out a little bit with like left trigger on controller when I was playing that way.
That's a great question. I don't know it. So let's, instead of guessing, controls, keyboard and mouse.
The pitch? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I couldn't find a way.
Move camera back, clockwise, zoom out. Lower floor, raise floor. Interesting. I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, that just helps when with the verticality.
Yeah,
on some of these levels.
I like that. Let me see. So you can it's not working. Never mind.
I'm thinking about the mod support that is eventually going to come for this game.
Yeah,
and that's gonna go crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the life of this game like a couple months from now. I'm still, I mean, there's an obscene amount of things coming out right now, guys. I don't know if you know. That I'd like to really, really sink my teeth into this one.
I feel like this game's gonna get lost in the same way that I think Marvel Sun's got a little bit lost.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna. It's not gonna be that drastic. Marvel Sun's got absolutely trampled. This game's gonna find an audience.
It is Star Wars at the end of the day.
Yeah. Star Wars versus Marvel fatigue, I feel like, is different when it comes to the video games.
To the video games specifically, I agree.
Yeah.
That was a long fight. And warning, that's how long all the fights are, and they get longer.
Yeah.
Hello there.
I think that's a good place to stop so we don't do too much story stuff.
Actually, can you just do can you just show the board where you select the different missions? Just do that real quick, and then I think people have a full idea.
I think that is.
And you need to. Selfishly, I need you to talk to someone.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, I fell in love with her right away. God, I don't even I've only seen her stuff on socials.
Oh,
and,
really?
Yeah, she is awesome.
Yeah, the best character in the game. Sure, yeah, we can.
Yeah.
And she is one of the separatist leaning. Trying to think, I'm gonna find a good mission where we could do that. She's one of the separatist leaning people.
Yeah.
In the game, it's just like her motivations are fun. Let's go. I think maybe this one.
I mean, it is fun that they're exploring that stuff, because it's not like the whole point is like, the Republic is the Empire already. That's already happened. They just haven't named themselves that. So of course, normal, regular, moral people consider themselves separatists, and they're kind of afraid of announcing that or dealing with that. So I don't know. I've been interested in that aspect of this so far.
She talks a lot about the Republic absorbed the Techno Union and this other union, and it's like, of course, why wouldn't those planets secede? They're not getting fair treatment, and also they're not allowed to secede because as soon as they try to, then the clone troopers get sent in. I'm like, she's making some very good points. So this is Runa. She's voiced by Vic Michaelis. Vic Michaelis is on Drop. Is it called Dropout? Dropout.
Yeah, if you've seen any of those faux interviews where a normal lady's interviewing a rock boy or something like that.
Yes, VIP.
Very important people.
That's her.
Is a masterful improv talk show, and she's the
Yes.
host. She's
All right,
fantastic.
Yeah. As a
just
sicko,
thinking about my office at the Trade
dropout
Federation.
sicko, and
I had
the extended
3
universe of that,
protocol droids just to call in my positions.
Vic is killing
Plus,
this role.
Serenian calf maker stocked with every
Yeah, she's
imaginable color
nice.
of milk. Oh,
Also,
that job was the
Togruta
best.
are just
I could
like
do anything I
Mhm.
wanted.
the.
Anything but leave.
You could tell
as I
this is
recall.
set in between
glad you cut and
3
ran.
and 4,
We're lucky to have
right?
you.
Because, or at least around the
Sure are.
prequels,
Don't
because
take
of
this the wrong way,
how
but working here is my rock bottom.
positively
before.
positioned Togruta are.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Ahsoka's one of you too.
I also like this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Ended
He's
up
got
working with Jay.
some stuff going on for sure.
He's
I
like
was
the
on a
Republic officer
counterterrorism
that is
desk
funding our
when
Black
Nada fell to
Ops
the
missions,
separatists.
essentially.
Uh-huh.
Baroness came to Coruscant to request military aid.
He's a square, but he
She
like
set up a meeting
he
with me.
wants to be as
Told
cool
me
as Zero
that the
Company. It's
invasion
kind
was
of
the head
great.
to a mysterious separatist paramilitary group. She'd seen
Okay, no one cares. Blah 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 blah. Let's do. I want to show the influence board.
Yeah,
Right?
just-
I think I've influenced.
Yeah,
Yes, I have
just show
105.
Yeah, show a Brotherhood mission.
I also think this is another piece that's a little underbaked that could be improved. So you get intel. I have 105 right now, so that roughly means I could do 2 influence operations. You have different zones in the galaxy. The more missions you do, operations and missions, you build influence, you get different benefits. So I prioritize the stuff that will improve my ability to generate those resources long term. So 250 credits
Hey, Bennick.
each mission, for example. Gain additional influence from operations and missions. That's the kind of stuff I go for because I know that'll help me unlock
It's all
everything else
classified.
later.
That's
I
why they're
have
called
one
secret
contact,
detectives.
so let's actually send them out. Is there anything I can unlock right now? No, I'm not close to unlocking anything. Let's just do. Let's do this one. So hold space. I sent a contact out there. 7 + 7 influence. There's a perk you can build on the. There's like a building interface where you can make it so contacts give you more influence. I'm like, okay, so should I have just saved all my contacts until I got that unlocked? Those kind of questions.
No,
Well, this is a
Supreme, not
influence
Coruscant
operation.
Financial District.
So our team found something in the Toyco cargo. Man, that was horrible to say.
Tolkoto.
Yeah, that's right. Toyco. Yeah, that kind of works, doesn't it? Hidden in the data, our team discovered a coil frequency. We can slice into it to catch pieces of their encrypted transmissions while we continue to search for leads on Court Silius. So I'm going
There is
to...
a fun hut that you meet early in the game.
Yeah.
Because of these Brotherhood missions.
He has a monocle, I think.
Yeah.
I do like him. A lot of these missions will just do that. You would just
Cool.
read the result. Others will give you a choice. You should really read closely the descriptions of the operations because the choices they present will give you different results, success or failure and stuff. And then also sending certain operators on missions. Some missions require that, some operations. So whenever I see something like, oh, we need someone that can navigate Nar Shaddaa, which I know is like a smuggler and criminal hub, I send my scoundrel, Cabby, because he's gonna navigate this stuff. And I am like 95% accurate on that stuff. As long as you read and then pick the right operator, you're good to go. So the Coil are the primary antagonists for this part of the game. Sometimes the game will put you on rails. Like, no, you need to do this influence operation right now. You don't get a choice because it serves the story. And this is one of those. This is where the combat and fighting the Coil gets a little annoying because you decide which buff they don't get, but that means they get the other buff. Wherever you see resonance stuff, destroy that buff because this will make your combats go way too long. It's like, okay, they get movement range, fine. That's whatever.
Go team.
Except Vic McHale's back there just talking.
Go team.
Vic's character continues one of my favorite tropes of the wisecracking person that stays at base.
Yeah. She's like
kind
your
of complains about the whole operation. Yeah.
She's like your personnel director and does your finances
Your
and stuff.
chief financial officer. Yeah.
And then some of these, it's just like you put in the intel and you get stuff. That's it. I think we've shown most of it. There's also a pretty, I would say, barren armory upgrade. You aren't going to get like a bunch of randomized weapons like you would in like other RPGs. You get long arm blaster, pistol, repeater, blast rifle, and then you can equip mods on those. So go to equip mods. You start with 1 slot. You can unlock a second and a third. I've only gotten up to the second after 20 hours. So keep that in mind. This is actually the wrong thing to do with this. Really, I should do like a stabilizer or that. You also get utilities. Again, start with 1 slot, unlock more later. Grenades, smoke grenades, health packs. I've never healed someone in combat because I haven't had to. Only when I'm like playing bad on purpose have I had to.
I do it constantly.
Oh yeah, I just kind of heal it out of habby. I'm speaking like cabby now. Out of habit.
Out of habby because you're cabby. Yeah, I get it.
I'm happy because I'm cabby.
There's the black market. You
Jeff
can pick up
uppercut goes.
Yeah. Man.
There's the black market where you could pick up other utilities and mods and stuff. I barely do this because I get more stuff out of the influence operations and I save my money to go spend on the ship improvements.
Yes, the ship improvements are fun.
So
yeah.
Crew, you can like make it so you get more operators on your roster, so a little tech for you guys. I would do this. Upgrade this, get as many operators as you can afford because they will start passively gaining bond experience with each other just from being at base. That will level up your main teams, like focus bonds with them, and then you'll get those like little level up perks from them as well. So there's actually a good reason to fill out your roster, not maybe for the reason the game wants you to do it, but yeah, tons of use upgrades as well.
You think they have water coolers in Star Wars offices just filled with blue milk?
I hope so.
That sounds gross, dude.
It doesn't go bad. It doesn't spoil.
No.
Blue milk doesn't? Are you sure?
Blue milk?
You know what's gonna spoil? Us if we sit in this quick look for any longer.
Oh,
Jeff Grubb,
shucks.
Jan Ochoa, thank you so much
talk to this guy.
for looking at this game with me. I want to love this game, and it's got me on the edge, brother. Like, I just come on. Just fix a few things, and then I'm going to be in. But I do want more of that purist experience if available. This is Clev.
I like Clev.
All right. Thanks, guys.